right, boys and girls, we have talked about shapes, but now we're going to be talking about how we can break those shapes apart into fractions. So let's go over some vocabulary terms. All right, so let's talk about a whole. A whole would be all of the shape, a number, or a group of objects. So for example, you have all these shapes on this paper. On this slide right here. You have a trapezoid, a hexagon, a square. We're talking about the whole shape. But when I have a shape, I can actually break that shape apart into little pieces, and I can create equal parts. So they're parts of a shape that cover the same amount of space. So for example, you see this square. This square is actually divided into 4 different parts, or fourths. And if you notice, they're all equal to each other. They're all the same exact size. But if you look over at this not equal side, this shape, the square, is also divided into 4 pieces, but these 4 pieces are not equal. Think of it as a pizza or even parts of a cookie cake. Let's think of it as a cake. You have a cake and your mom says, we can slice this cake and you can share it with 3 of your friends. Just make sure that they're equal parts. Which cake would you want to serve? This cake on the left or this cake on the right? Well, if you're really hungry, you would probably say the cake on the right. But if you're supposed to be serving a cake that is of equal sizes, you're going to want to serve this cake right here. So now let's talk about how we can divide our shape. So the shape fourths is one of the ways that we can divide our shape, and fourths are divided into 4 equal parts. So here I have a square, and then in this square you have 1, 2, 3, 4. All of these squares are the same size, and there's 4 pieces of them. Then you also have a circle that is also divided into fourths. So as you can see, this is similar to a pizza. Each pizza slice is about the same size, or is the exact same size. Then we have a rectangle. This rectangle is also divided into fourths. Again, each of these parts are of an equal size. Now, if you notice, each one of these shapes has one piece that is a color. This is 1/4. So that is part of a fraction. So 1/4 of the shape is shaded in the square, 1/4 of the shape is shaded in the circle, and then 1/4 of the shape is shaded in the rectangle. All right, we can also divide a shape into halves. And when we divide a shape into halves, we're dividing it into 2 equal pieces. So again, this square, if you think of it as a sandwich, is divided into 2 triangles. Those 2 triangles are the same size. Again, the circle is also divided into 2 equal pieces, kind of split in half, as is this rectangle. Again, you have one piece that is shaded in. That one piece would be called 1/2. So 1/2 of the square is yellow, 1/2 of the circle is blue, and 1/2 of the rectangle is red. And then we also have thirds. The shape is divided into 3 equal pieces. Again, the square is divided into 3 rectangles. They're all of the same size. The circle is also divided into 3 equal pieces. That almost looks like a peace sign. And then we have our rectangle, which is also divided into 3 equal pieces. Again, you also see one part is shaded in. This is a bit equal part that is shaded in. So 1/3 of that shape is shaded in. All right, so let's practice. I want you to take a look at some of these questions, and I want you to answer them along with me. So our first question is this. Which shape is divided into equal pieces? Is it the circle on the left or the circle on the right? The left circle would definitely be equal pieces. If I were to fold them in half, they would be the exact same. All right, which shape is showing 1/3? So 1/3 of the shape is shaded in. So that means it's divided into 3 equal parts and 1 part is shaded in. If you said the middle shape, you are correct. All right, our next question, which shapes are divided into halves? So which of these shapes is divided into halves? That means there's going to be 2 equal pieces. All right, I see 3, I see 4. Well, this one on the far right end is going to be half. All right, which shape is divided into quarters? That means there are going to be 4 equal pieces because remember, 4 quarters equal $1. You said this first rectangle, you are correct. All right, which shape is divided into equal pieces? That means they are all the same shape and size. Now, if I look at this rectangle right here, it looks like it almost is divided into equal pieces, but this bottom triangle right here is actually split into two, so no. This rectangle right here on the right is divided into equal pieces. Okay, boys and girls, that is it for today's lesson. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you next time.